With Wrestlemania in the rearview mirror, WWE has decided to shake things up on its two flagship brands by having a number of WWE superstar transfers. During the first night of the shake-up on Monday Night Raw, wrestlers from Smackdown Live, NXT and 205 Live could have moved to the Red brand, and last night, 16 wrestlers made the move. But which 16 were they, and did this first night deliver? Number 1. The Miz. The billion-dollar princess Stephanie McMahon opened up Monday Night Raw and instantly hyped this year's shake-up, and then brought out a Lucozade-fueled, self-proclaimed best-in-the-world Shane McMahon as boos erupted throughout the arena in Montreal. Just like on SmackDown, McMahon got Mike Rome to scream out his name and then told him to do it again, this time in French, which Shane actually managed to do on his own, resulting in more boos from the crowd. Both are heels as they dissed the Montreal crowd. Shane mocked both The Miz and his father before I came to play. There's a price to pay. Yes, The Miz was now drafted to Raw and received a huge pop from the crowd. From behind, The Miz attacked McMahon, and the two brawled in the ring and on the outside, and during the process when The Miz grabbed a chair from the audience, giving Shane a few shots to the back, somehow The Miz was busted open with a nasty cut to the temple. The Miz still prevailed and was the first confirmed wrestler for the shake-up. Will the two now continue their feud on Raw? Or will The Miz once again chase the Intercontinental Championship? Number 2. The Viking Experience, aka the War Raiders. WWE has had some horrible names for teams in the past, with the team of Diesel and Shawn Michaels being two dudes with attitude, the self-explanatory Rybacksel, and now they can add to the list the Viking Experience, which is the new name given to the reigning NXT Tag Team Champions, the now former War Raiders. No longer Rose and Hansen, the duo are now going by the new names of Eric and Ivar. Needless to say, we weren't the only ones confused by this change in name, as many fans took to Twitter to show their dismay. Whilst the name change could have been down to a number of reasons, Mick Foley supported the idea, tweeting, "So maybe hashtag Viking Experience wouldn't have been my first choice, but had there been social media in 1996, I'm guessing the name Mankind would have not been greeted with much happiness either. Enjoy this match with Finn Balor." He added, "Names can be tweaked, if the talent is there to back it up, which in this case it is. Does the name Kane the Undertaker ring any bells?" The Viking Experience teamed up with the Revival to take on Raw's tag team champions Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, and their partners who have also been given an official place on Raw. Number 3. Ricochet and Aleister Black. The high-flying duo have been present on the main roster ever since January, when they answered the call-up, but the two have been wrestling on both brands ever since. However, last night the WWE confirmed the two are now exclusive to the Red brand. Will they continue to team together, or will WWE eventually split them up, putting them on different paths? One thing's for sure, it was a decent debut for the Viking Experience, as they managed to pick up the win, even pinning one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions Zack Ryder. Number 4. Andrade and Zelina Vega. Next up, Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor would wrestle a mystery opponent. This turned out to be former SmackDown superstar Andrade, who was accompanied by Selena Vega. This match was long awaited and they didn't disappoint, and in our opinion this was the match of the night, as incredibly, Andrade would win after Zelina Vega attacked Balor with a Hurricane Runner on the outside, and Andrade hitting the Hammerlock DDT for the 3 count. The belt wasn't on the line in this match, so there were no championship changes, but let's hope things are different for Andrade on Raw, as he floundered for many months on SmackDown. Andrade should have his sights set on the IC Championship, and we hope WWE pulls the trigger and gives him a chance with the belt. Number 5. Cedric Alexander. A promo package aired for 205 Live and former Cruiserweight Champion Cedric Alexander, where WWE announced he is coming to Raw. Let's hope WWE doesn't make the mistake of dropping Alexander from his name and insert him into 6-man tag team matches once every 5 weeks on Raw. It's not known why he didn't appear on Raw, but it could have been due to travel issues which affected a number of WWE superstars, even forcing WWE to rewrite the show. John Pollock of Post Wrestling tweeted, have heard there are a number of travel issues involving WWE personnel and talent for tonight's show in Montreal. Things are being rewritten as a result. No word on what effect this will have on tonight's show. Number 6. Rey Mysterio. WWE showed a replay of last week's edition of Raw when The Undertaker interrupted Elias's performance and attacked him. Interruptions seem to be a weekly trend for the Drifter, as this week, Elias, who started to mock the Montreal crowd, was again interrupted, but this time it was by Rey Mysterio, who's now officially joined Raw. Mysterio worked him over and sent Elias packing, but Rey isn't alone for long when number 7 Lars Sullivan arrives. Sullivan, who made his official main roster debut last week, randomly attacked both Kurt Angle on Raw and the Hardy Boys on Smackdown after winning the Smackdown Tag Team Championship. We're not sure why Lars Sullivan is randomly attacking WWE superstars, but the only logical explanation leads us to believe that Sullivan has something against Attitude Era wrestlers, and in this case he destroyed Rey Mysterio, hitting the Freak Accident and a sit-down powerbomb. Lars Sullivan was confirmed as the 9th superstar to join the Raw brand. Number 8. The Usos. Just before they could make their first Raw appearance since 2016, for viewers watching at home, the WWE may have ruined the surprise, as the Usos name graphic appeared during Gable and Rude's entrance. But fail or no fail, a number of WWE fans might have saw this one coming, as the Usos lost the SmackDown Tag Team Championship to the Hardy Boys on last week's edition of SmackDown Live, plus they had also re-signed another deal with WWE. Jey and Jimmy Uso managed to pick up a win over Gloriously Gable with a double Us to finish them off. With the Viking experience and the Usos on the Red brand, it will surely make a refreshing change to the brand's tag team division. Number 9. Sami Zayn. Canada's own Sami Zayn would be a guest on the Moment of Bliss segment, and ever since Zayn has returned from injury, he's had a sort of Jekyll and Hyde personality, as during his entrance he's well into the crowd, giving him an ovation and thoroughly enjoying it, even playing up to it. But soon enough he'll start to berate the fans, as in this segment he mentioned he loved the city but hates the people. It's the lowest point of the week for him, being amongst this crowd. Kevin Owens chants start to echo throughout the arena, and that obviously annoys Zayn, but he leaves off with "See you in hell." Zayn is just awesome during this segment, though we're not sure where he's going to go from here. More than likely he'll be inserted into the Intercontinental Championship title picture. Number 10. Naomi. One half of the Boss and Hug Connection, Sasha Banks, has been the topic of discussion amongst the internet wrestling community after rumours surfaced of her being unhappy in the WWE and wanting to quit. Banks didn't turn up on Raw this week to join her partner Bayley, but to fill in for her was Raw's newest addition, Naomi, where the two faced off against the women's tag team champions, the Iconics. Surprisingly, the two made quick work of the Aussie duo, defeating them in just 2 minutes. Number 11. EC3. EC3 is another wrestler from the January NXT call-ups who is now officially exclusive to Monday Night Raw, and he went one-on-one with the filler among men, Braun Strowman. Now, some might know that Vince McMahon has already soured on EC3 as being a main event player, but they just outright destroyed him on Raw, as Braun chokeslammed him off the stage, making short work of him. It's such a shame since EC3 could have been something big, but as always, superstars are wasted before even being given a chance. It's interesting to note that this could have been a last-minute change of plan, as United States Champion Samoa Joe was supposed to appear last night, but was unable to do so due to illness. Had he appeared, he was supposed to work some kind of angle with Strowman, but that had to be rewritten into EC3 being buried instead. Number 12. Eric Young. WWE also revealed that Eric Young has also been drafted to Raw, which could indicate that he is split from Sanity. Number 13. Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans last week finally did something other than just walk in and walk back out. She squared up to Women's Champion Becky Lynch and fired the first shot, punching Lynch right in the face. Evans is now officially on Monday Night Raw, and she would have her first main roster debut match against Natalya, even picking up the win. It seems like WWE have high hopes for her, as they've teased a match between her and Lynch, and getting a win over a former champion suggests WWE will push her to the moon. And number 14. AJ Styles. After the Phenomenal One spent 3 years making SmackDown Live the house that AJ Styles built, he has now moved over to the Red brand with the hopes of now making Raw the house that AJ Styles builds. Styles was revealed as the mystery partner in the 6-man tag team main event. Teaming up with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, the trio managed to defeat Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin. Him moving to Raw finally gives us the possibility of him facing off in a dream match against Seth Rollins. But other than the shake-up, Raw was pretty average. What did you guys think of Raw's shake-up? Let us know in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.